Welcome to yoga. Our intention today is to spice up our life, to bring some vigor, some energy, some differentiation, some like adventure. Yeah. And we're going to do that with positivity today. And when we bring that into practice, looking at what's positive in you, in the pose, in yoga. So let's come into child's pose. Stretch your arms forward, press your knuckles down, lift your fingers, bring your chest toward the mat. Ujjayi, spread your knees wide, sit towards the back of your heels, pull on your arms while bringing your shoulders into their sockets. What's positive about this pose? And like, how do you bring positivity to this pose and pose? It's relaxing. It's expanding. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi. Yeah. Easy to be positive when you're positive. Not so easy when things aren't going well. When you're falling down. Not so easy to be positive then. That's the practice though, isn't it? Bend one knee and the next. Ujjayi. Ujjayi. Shoulder blades together. Bring your hands to the top of the mat. Bring them wide. Ujjayi. Go on the ball of your feet. Come to plank pose. And then come back to downward facing dog. So we're going to go into plank pose and into downward facing dog, but we're going to come into from downward facing dog. Bring your chest towards the mat and come into upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Small movement. So go up on your heels. You bring your heels to the top of the mat. Bring your chest down towards the mat. Bend your elbows. Go forward at upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Using the breath here for this movement. Breathe in. Bring your heels up. Bring your chest down towards the mat. Bring your elbows down and upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ujjayi. You can do this on your knees too. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Bring your hands to your feet. Ragdoll, bottom of the mat. Ujjayi. Yeah. Let it go. Let go of the negativity. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi. Take a big step with your right foot and then bring your left foot up. Ragdoll. Slowly rise up into mountain pose, hands by your side. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll start the class with one Om. Inhale to Om. Inhale. Inhale, hands to the ceiling. Look up. Head fold forward. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Forward fold, plank pose. You can drop your knees to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ujjayi. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's get some warm up going with the sun A's here. We'll do a few sun A's at your own speed. So I'll guide you to the first one. Bend your knees and float forward. Halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain. Fall forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, plank and low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi. And Yogi Go. Let's do some sun A's at your own pace, using your breath. How does positivity show up here? How does it show up in this flow, in this move? What's coming up for you? Positivity. Positive, you can do it. Maybe we go a little faster. Ujjayi. Bring some tenacity, some intensity, some spice in being positive. Ujjayi. Going a little faster. And having fun with it. Ujjayi. And next time you're extended mountain, come to mountain pose, top of the mat. Breathe in and let it go. Ujjayi. Hands to the ceiling, chair pose. Sit in your chair, bring your knees on top of your ankles. Ujjayi. Lift your left leg, bring your left ankle over your right knee. Activate your toes. Shoulders together. Sit in your chair. Positivity here. You're out of balance, maybe you sit down a little lower. Have fun with it. Spice it up. Sit down a little lower. Release the left foot. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. Right ankle over left knee. Sit in your chair a little lower. Be positive with this. Here, spice it up. And fold forward. Let it go. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Plank pose. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right hand side. Right foot, right hand. Left foot's at 45 degree. Hands to the ceiling. Bring your hips and your chest facing forward. Breathing in, shoulder blades open. Hands to the mat. Plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left hand side. Ujjayi. Hands to the mat. Plank pose. Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ujjayi. Bend your knees and flow forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold, chair pose. Left ankle over right knee. Sit in your chair. Wrap your left leg with your arms. Sit a little lower. Positivity. Be positive in this pose. Hands to the ceiling. Hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Oh, no, sorry. Twist to the right. My apologies. Twist to the right. Left elbow to the top of your feet. Be positive here. And release. Hands to the mat. Plank pose. Low plank, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right hand side. Positive. Being positive when you're failing is a little more difficult. Hands to the mat. Plank pose, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left hand side. Plank pose. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Float forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold, chair pose. Right ankle over left knee. Sit in your chair. Wrap your right arms, your right leg with your arms. Ujjayi. Hands to the ceiling. Hands to heart center. Bring your right elbow to your foot and twist. A little more difficult. And release. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right hand side. Having fun with chair pose. Plank pose. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left hand side. Plank pose. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Aha. Float forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Left ankle over right knee. Wrap your left leg with your arms. Being positive here. Ujjayi. Hands to the side, to heart center. Left elbow to the foot. Twist to the right. Ujjayi. Hands to the ceiling. And then fold. Bring your hands to the mat. Ujjayi. Try to bend your knee as much as you can. Ujjayi. Be positive here. And release. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Plank pose. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right hand side. Breathe in. On the ball of your left foot for crescent lunge. Breathe in. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. Breathe in. How does positivity show up here? Being positive. Twist. Expand your chest and upper back. Open the arms. Arms to the sky. Ujjayi. Bring your left arm forward and your right arm back and twist. Ujjayi. Arms to the mat. Hands to the mat, plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Float forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Right ankle over left knee. A lot of wind today. And then wrap your right leg with your arms. Sit in your chair. What does positive look like here? Hands to heart center. Right elbow to the foot. Twist to the left. Ooh, interesting. Hands to heart center, and then bring your hands to the mat. Try to sit in your chair even more. And release. Plank pose. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left hand side. Hands to the ceiling. Crescent lunge, go on the ball of your right foot. Open the chest. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. Ujjayi. Open the chest, look up. Crescent lunge. Right arm forward, left arm back for a twist. Looking towards your left hand. Ujjayi. Hands to the mat. Plank pose. Low plank, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Float forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Left ankle over right knee. Wrap your leg with your arms. Ujjayi. Breathing in, shoulder blades together. Being positive here. That this is going to spice up your life. Open up your hips. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. Left elbow to your foot. Because you've learned it, you're a little more positive. This is not your first time. Hands to heart center. Bring your hands to the mat. Ujjayi. And maybe from here, you come to a flying pigeon. So hands to the mat, bend your elbow and fly. And release. Halfway lift. Forward fold. All the way up. Extended mountain. Sit in your chair. Right ankle over left knee. Wrap your arms around your leg as much as you can. Be positive here. Not your first time. You've done this before. Yeah. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. Interesting, right? Hands to heart center, hands to the mat. And maybe you try your flying. I think it's called flying pigeon. Bend your elbows. And release. Fold forward. Reach for your elbows. Ujjayi. Plank pose. Low plank, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come high on your heels. Bend your elbows so you're bringing your chest down into upward facing dog and downward facing dog. So we'll do that a few times using your breath. Breathe in. Bring your chest down to the mat. Bend your elbows into upward facing dog and downward facing dog. One movement. Yogi go. Using your breath. This movement, being positive here. You've done this before. Not your first time. Having fun. Going a little further. Bringing some spice with some positivity, some courage. Downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Flip your dog. Ujjayi. Side plank on the right. Right hand to the middle of the mat, left hand up. Feet together. Lift the right foot up. The left foot up. Bring the left foot down. And up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 3, 2, and 1. Keep it up. Look up. And wild thing. Drop your left leg to the side, right side. Bring your left hand towards the front. Stretch forward. Maybe you bring your left hand towards the mat. Be positive here. You can eventually touch the mat. Maybe you go into wheel from here. And plank pose. Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Flip your dog. Ujjayi. Shoot your hips towards the sky. Side plank on the left. Left hand to the middle of the mat. You can do this on one knee. Right hand up. Lift the right leg and down. And up and down. And up and down. Up and down. Ujjayi. 3, 2, keep it up. Look at your right hand and flip your dog or wall thing. The difference between the wall thing and flip dog is one leg is straight. I think that's what it is. Right hand is forward. Be positive here that one day you'll do wheel from here. Ooh. Plank pose, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Aha. Ujjayi. Breathe in and breathe out. Ujjayi. Shoulder blades together. Right foot, right hand. Bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. Bend your right knee. Your left foot's at 45 and windmill your hands to warrior 2. Ujjayi. Exalt your warrior. Flip your front palms to the sky. Bring your hands towards the sky. Ujjayi. Your left hand's on your left calf. You're looking up. Expand your chest. Take a deep breath in to expand your positivity. Go a little deeper, a little more back. Bend your right knee. Be positive here. Warrior 2. Extended side angle. Bind your angle, your extended side angle. Maybe half bind, full bind. Open up. Ujjayi. Warrior 2. Hands to the mat. Plank pose. Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ujjayi. Left foot, left hand. Bring your hands to the inside of the left foot. Windmill your hands to warrior 2. Flip your front palm, bring it to the sky. Right hands to your calf. Look up, breathe in. And there's something magical about being too positive. People try to not get you to do that. It's too much. You're too happy. There's a magic, there's a spice there that really gets you going. Warrior two, extended side angle. Bind your extended side angle, half bind, full bind. Yogi go. Breathe in, activate the glutes, open the chest, hands to the mat, plank pose, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ah, Ujjayi. Bend your knees and fold forward, halfway lift, forward fold, releasing the back, reach for the elbows. We'll do the sequence chair one more time. Now you know the spice, positivity. Just go in there without thinking, without doing. Chair pose, left angle, right knee. Wrap your left leg with your arms. You can bind, sit deeper in the chair. Ujjayi. Hands to heart center. Bring your left elbow to your left foot. Left elbow to left foot for a twist. Hands to heart center. Hands to the mat. And fly if you can. Or maybe use a block. Yeah. Try it. And release. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Right ankle, left knee. Wrap your right leg with your arms. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. Hands to heart center, hands to the mat, and fly. Or not. Or try. Ooh. Okay. And release. Forward fold. Let their head drop. Reach for the elbows. Slowly come up all the way up. Mountain pose. Ujjayi. Hands to the sky. Eagle on the right. Right elbow under the left. Sit in your chair. Right over left. That was positively fun. Ujjayi, elbow to knee. Let's go into it. Release the right legs, kick it back. Eagle, arms, airplane. Come into airplane, release your arms. Half moon, left hand up, left hand to the mat, right hand up. Airplane. And release. Shake that off. Dancer, right hand side, right elbow, right hip. Palms facing up, left hand up. Bend the right knee. Yogi go into dancer. Left hand to the mat. Half moon with bind. And release. Ujjayi. Shake that off. Mountain pose. Eagle on the left, hands to the sky. Left arm on the right. Sit in your chair. Left leg over right. Elbows to knee. And we're going to go into airplane with eagle arms. Release the left leg. Shoot it back. Release the arms. Airplane. Half moon. Right hand up. Right hand down. Left hand up. And release. All the way up. Dancer on the left. Left elbow, left hip. Palms facing up. Right hand up. Bend the left knee. Yogi go. Dancer. And you can keep the bind and bring your right hand down. Half moon with bind. And release. Come all the way up. Mountain pose. Ujjayi. Eagle on the right, hands to the ceiling. Right under left. Lift the elbow. Sit in your chair. Right leg over left. Elbow to knee. Airplane. Half moon. Ujjayi. Having fun, positive, like bring some spice here. Airplane. Bend the right knee. Reach for the right leg, right foot with your right hand. Come into dancer. And you may have to set and come back in to dancer. And then half moon with the bind. And release. Ujjayi. Mountain pose. Eagle on the left. Hands to the sky. Left arm on the right. Sit in your chair. Left leg over right. Come into airplane. Bounded arms. Airplane. Half moon. Airplane. Dancer on the left. Bend your left knee. Reach for the inside of that foot. Yogi go. Positivity. And half moon bound. And release. Mountain pose. One more sequence like that. And now we know. We know where we're going. We've been there. We've fallen. We've gotten back up. We're positive. And we're positive we have the courage to try it. Eagle, right hand side. Yogi go. Airplane, bound hands. Airplane. Half moon. Breathing in. Airplane. Dancer on the right. Ujjayi. Half moon with bind. Dancer. And release. Ujjayi. Spice up the life on the left. Hands to the sky, eagle on the left. Yogi go. Airplane bound hands. Airplane. Half moon. Airplane. Dancer on the left. Half moon bound. Dancer. And mountain pose. Yeah. Very good. Ujjayi. Breathing in. Staying in this pose. Acceptance of the accomplishment, whatever it was. Ujjayi. Take a small step with your right foot. And we'll come into Namaste, front facing, forward fold. Bring your hands to Namaste or reach for your elbows and fold forward. Lift your 10 toes and spread them. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky. Left hand to the mat, mountain pose. Take a small step with your left foot. Namaste, your hands in the back and forward fold. Twisting triangle, left hand up on the mat, right hand up. Mountain pose. Ujjayi. Tree on your right. Ball of your right foot. You can bring your hands to your hips. Bring your right foot to the right. Knee to the right. And bring your foot to the desired position. Your ankle, your shin, your thigh, your hip flexor, and express your tree. Breathe in. Maybe you close your left eye. Maybe you close both eyes. Positivity. And release. Mountain pose. Ball of your left foot. Yogi go for tree. On the left or the other side. Or the opposite. How does positivity show up? Well, it shows up as courage, right? As daring, as something you haven't done. It shows up as confidence, as you. Not as like ego or bragging or. That's what positivity shows up as. And when you show up with positivity, I'm going to try this like that. I'll try this food. I'll try this pose. Close one eye and then the next. Like that. And release. Hands by your side, mountain pose. That's the first time I've been able to do a tree with my eyes closed for that long. Hands to the sky. Extend it, mountain. Take a deep breath and fold forward. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Bring your right foot back. Drop your right knee. And then bring your left foot forward and we'll do a lunge, a low lunge. Bring your hips forward. Ujjayi. Bend your right knee, reach for the outside of your right foot with your left hand and pull on your left foot, looking back. Pulling your left knee towards the left. For a deep hip opener. Ujjayi. And release. Switch sides. Bring your right knee forward. Push your foot a little closer to the top of the mat. Bring your knee on top of your ankle. Open the knee a bit. And then bend your left foot. Reach for the outside of your left foot with your right hand. Maybe you go on the side of your right foot. Look up and back. Deep hip switch. Deep thigh. Stretch. Big opening. Hip opening. Open the chest. And release. Ujjayi. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi. And from downward facing dog, we'll go into the upward facing dog movement. So go high on your heels, higher on the tip of your toe, bring your heels to the ceiling. Bend your elbows so your chest goes down to the mat, upward facing dog. And then let's go the other way this time. So bring your chest back to the mat to downward facing dog. So that movement, so upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Going the reverse. Chest to the mat, up. Chest to the mat and up. Chest to the mat and chest to the mat. Chest to the mat and chest to the mat. Ujjayi. For 3. For 2. For 1. Downward facing dog. Step forward. Come to sit. And lie on your back, and we'll do bridge pose. Bend your knees so you can touch your hands with your heels. Bring your hips up. Ujjayi. Shoulder blades together. Activate the quads here. Activate the glutes here. Ujjayi. Breathe in, breathe out. Ujjayi. Lift the 10 toes and release. Bridge or wheel. So bridge or wheel, your choice. Bring your hips up for bridge or wheel. I'll guide you to wheel now. Hands on top of your ears, fingers pointing towards the back of the mat. Towards your feet, go on the crown of your head, and lengthen the arms, straighten the arms. And release. Bridge or wheel, yogi go. And release. Bridge or wheel, yogi go. And release. Bridge or wheel, yogi go. And release. Bridge your wheel, yogi go. And release. Bridge your wheel, yogi go. And release. Bridge your wheel, yogi go. Maybe today you take one leg and you shoot up to the sky. And then the other one. And release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees fall apart. Both hands on the chest today, on your heart today. Ujjayi. Ujjayi. Breathe in and breathe out. Happy baby. Positivity. It drives people nuts. And it is because they look at you and say, how can that guy be so positive? Doesn't he see all the things? And in reality, we don't. We're too busy spicing up our life with being positive, with like trying different things. Ujjayi. Trying something new. Bring your knees, your legs to the top of the mat, sorry, to the sky, and bend your knees. We're going to rock back and forth until you come to, while you're holding your toes, sorry, rock back and forth and come to a seated position, holding your toes. Try it a few times, being positive that you can do it until you've come to a seated position, legs forward, straight, shoulders in their socket, holding onto the toes. Ujjayi. And roll back down and back up. And back down and back up. And try to do one more time. However you get there is good. And release. Bring your feet together. Bring your hands, bind your hands. Bring them to the outside of your feet, to the pinky side of your toes. Straighten out your back and fold forward. Ujjayi. If you're wondering how people attain amazing things, amazing feats, like if you look at sports, how are they possibly doing what they're doing today? Double flip, triple flips, and snowboarding, and like figure skating, and like skiing, hockey. Look at the sports and how fast they've grown with the puck handling or soccer. It's just amazing. And the ingredient for that is positivity. Like they're just trying stuff out. They're spicing up their ball playing ability, or they're spicing up their movement. They're making it something. Spread your legs wide. Reach for the inside of your big toe with your two piece fingers and fold. Positivity. It's not certainty. Positivity. I remember one of my friends saying, "Oh my God, you're such an optimist." It took me a couple of weeks to digest that. And I finally come back to him and said, no. I'm a delusional optimist. I'm such an optimist that I'm delusional about it. I use it to spice up my life, to create opportunities where there's none, to go further in what I love to do where I couldn't go before. I just use it to be positive, to give back, like, to be me, show up as authentic. And that allows you to do that, to basically do things that nobody else can do because it's you. It's the way you're doing it. Just playing, having fun. And release. Double pigeon on the left. Bend your right knee, bring your left ankle over your right knee, and then wrap your arms around your left leg maybe, and fold. And how does it spice up your life? Well, when you create opportunity, right? By being positive. Like you do things that you didn't have the courage to do. And that's why it becomes your spice of life. You become like different, like a spicy dish. Yeah. You even become attractive, right? Because you're different. How are you going to bring positivity to each pose of your life today? If you haven't guessed it, I live next to a fire hall. The positivity about that is if I ever get sick, they're right there. If there's a fire, they're right there. How are you going to see positivity in the pose? And a pose, I mean like a situation, an event, a place, a person. Yeah. Switch sides. We're staying in double pigeon a little longer today, which is good. Need to be open. So, this is good opening. Ujjayi, breathing in. I invite you to do that. How is positivity going to serve you today? How are you going to go on the edge of something today? Ujjayi. Like we all love positive people. Nothing seems to faze them, stop them. Nothing's in their way. And you think about that for a second, it's true. They're not in their way. When you're positive, nothing is in your way. And relax, release, come to lay on your mat, bring your knees to your chest. And we'll do a shoulder stand. Bring your legs up. You can do the inversion of choice. Inversion is always a choice. If you're in shoulder stand, come into plow. And then dead man pose. Or deaf man pose. And come on out. Knees to your chest. Bring your knees to your right. Gaze to the left. Supine twist on the left. I'll leave you in Shavasana for 26 breaths. Change your mind to be positive. And then write in your journal as an invitation. Spice up my life with positivity. When you're positive, nothing gets in the way. There is nothing in the way when you're positive. And switch sides. And that is my quote for today. When you're positive, there's nothing in the way. It's because you're not in the way. I love that. Knees to your chest, give yourself a squeeze, forehead to knee, squeeze everything, and Shavasana. Take lots of room. Be positive. You need to take the room. You need to have room. You need to create space. Ujjayi. Breathing in and breathing out. Long breath in. Long breath out. Ujjayi. Spice up your life. Spice up your life with positivity. Ujjayi. Nothing will be in your way.